Ondo State Police Command says 3 headless corpses found floating in a river between Ore and Odigbo communities were likely dumped by unknown individuals from outside the state or swept to the location by the river's current. The police spokesperson Olayinka Alayande confirmed the discovery on Sunday, adding that no one has come forward to identify the victims or report missing persons since the incident was reported. The bodies have since been evacuated and deposited at the morgue of the State General Hospital in Ore. Alayande explained that detectives from the Ore division alongside community leaders and stakeholders visited the scene to investigate. However, efforts to identify the victim through public cooperation have yielded no results. We believe the bodies were not from the state. They may have been dumped in the river or carried there by the current, he said. The gruesome discovery has sparked panic in the affected communities, with residents fearful of the possible ritual motives. Local youth leader identified as Sheola described the sight as horrifying. I rushed to the scene hoping to identify the victims by their clothing, but all efforts failed, he said. The incident has heightened fears across Odigbo local government area as residents called for increased security patrols and a thorough investigation to uncover those behind the suspected ritual killings. Waking up in the morning and finding 3 headless people that we are unable to identify in Ondo is a rather gruesome development. What are your thoughts on this report?
Well, you know that we are living in a society where ritual killings are rife. People are doing different kinds of things to make money. You know, we have to stand up and speak against this kind of thing, against people having belief. Or let us try and let people know, educate people that ritual killings do not add anything to your financial status. It doesn't change a man's financial status. If you look at what is happening in Anambra recently, you see that many people are getting discouraged. The government of Anambra State is trying to let people know that there is no benefit, that these people that deceive you that you get money quick, you become a millionaire or a billionaire by doing ritual sacrifices, that they are just trying to deceive you. Because some of their children are one of them. He said his son is a waiter in a restaurant. So why can't he use his powers to make him rich? So all these things that people have belief in, sacrificing our human beings for, they don't really work. Even if they were working, I don't think killing your fellow human being should be a good thing for you to make money. Even if you kill somebody you could kill somebody to make money. Why would you have that kind of mind to kill? No matter how much.
They'll say because of hardship.
No matter how much. Even if we know that some people are selling their children. Some people can have some people are buying other people's children. But many people don't want to say their children because of the love you have for your child or for your children. So the love you have for our fellow human beings should be enough for us not to do something harmful to that person.
Very well.
So
another angle I want us to look at this report is, why can't these victims be identified? Remember, when we open our bank accounts, we have the thumbprints. When we do name, we have the thumbprints. When we do voter's card, we do the thumbprint. Why can't these victims be identified via thumbprints? Why are people coming through to check the color of their shirts to trace if they know them or not?
You know, the way our society is, to detect crimes in Nigeria is very difficult because we don't have the system, we don't have the infrastructure. If something like this had happened in America, they would identify the victim even without the face. maybe they know how to use the thumb printing method, all those stuffs to find out the real person. But we, in terms of development, are still far behind. We have not, all these things don't bother our leaders. They don't see all these things as anything. And what they are thinking about right now is the next election. After an election, they start thinking about the next election. So,
but when you think about an election, you win an election because you want to rule a country that has citizens in it.
That's the fact. It depends on the society. Nigerian society is different. I'm sorry to say, Nigeria is an abnormal society. The things that are happening here, this kind of ritual killings, they don't happen in many parts of the world.
Killings happen all over the world.
Yes, killings happen all over the world.
Sadly.
But for different reasons. If you look at the ones that are happening in developed nations, maybe many of them are done for terrorist reasons. Some want to kill to establish one religious ideology or the other.
There are several, issues that can spawn from a community. We have the issue with cultism. We have the issue with, I did see a video one time that a man went on to shoot somebody's head off, basically because the person was honking his horn too loudly. Now, we have, all of those. But when you look at where we are headed as a people, do you think we have lost humanity and value for human life?
Our value for human life in this country is very, very low. Even from our government, many of them don't really have value for human life. We don't have value even for ourselves. If you look at how the kind of actions, the kind of things that some people do, you see that they don't have value for their lives. How if somebody doesn't have value for his life or her life, how much more of another person's life? So the society has subjected people to a life of living anything you can do right now to survive. Anything you can do now to make it. It doesn't matter what the kind of damage is going to do to your life, the kind of damage is going to do to another person or to society. So I know that every society started from the scratch. We are still trying to be a better society. Many people are doing their part to make sure that, but the government needs to take it as its priority, as its economic or developmental issue, to make sure that all these things are taken out of our society. Ritual killings are eliminated. Like we can take a leaf from what is happening in Anambra State. If you cannot come and turn around our GDP, and then you close your business as a ritualist, as a dibia, somebody that is making somebody that can make somebody turn somebody into a millionaire. If you cannot do that for society, then you don't have any reason to claim that you can do it. Or you can bring somebody now. Why can't you go and pick a poor person? Pick a poor person now and show us an example. Do it here. Let us see it. If it works, we will bring more poor people for you. So
are you saying that the government of Nigeria should adopt that framework?
Yes. Yeah. If there are no ritual priests, if there are no DBS claiming that they can make people rich, nobody will go and patronize them. Nobody will fall for them.
Right.
So that is what we need to do. The government needs to, because I believe that there are some things that citizens cannot do for themselves until the government comes in to make the country a better place for everybody.
Thank you so much for your